Now, to talk about this, Andrew Desiderio. He is the senior congressional reporter for Punchbowl News. It's good to see you, Andrew. Good morning, and thank you.
Morning.
What are you hearing about the impact that this news is having or could have on what really has become a key Senate race? Voters are heading to the polls in Maine for the primary there early next week.
Yeah, Democrats cannot take back the Senate majority if they do not win the state of Maine. So this is super critical for them. And on top of that, look, Democrats have tried and failed many times to defeat Susan Collins, the incumbent Republican senator. So for Chuck Schumer, this is really a top priority for him. Unfortunately for many Democrats, including Senator Schumer, they didn't get the candidate that they wanted out of the primary. Of course, Governor Janet Mills of Maine dropped out several weeks ago after she failed to gain really any traction in that Democratic primary. Yes, voters are heading to the polls next week in that primary, but it's all but certain that Graham Plattner will be the Democratic nominee. And the question then becomes, what is the tolerance level among Democrats, both primary voters in the state of Maine, as well as national Democrats, elected Democrats here in D.C., for what will obviously continue to be a drip of, scandalous personal history to come out about Graham Plattner.
And you mentioned the drip because this isn't the first kind of negative hit that Plattner's campaign has faced since he got into this race. I mean, and as the polls would show, it hasn't cut into his support so far. I mean, Mills got out because her numbers were just not holding up and she wasn't fundraising. Then he's led Collins by like 9 points in a University of New Hampshire poll released last week. I wonder what this race really then is going to come down to. What are you hearing?
Well, look, I was in Maine a couple of weeks ago, and the contrast between these two candidates, or candidate and incumbent rather, couldn't be more clear. Susan Collins is trying to rely on her mastery of the system in Washington, which has allowed her to become the Appropriations Committee chair, to steer over $1 billion to the state of Maine throughout her tenure atop that committee. And Graham Plattner is running on a platform that would essentially blow up that entire system that Susan Collins has relied on to steer money to the state of Maine throughout her career. So there are really some really stark contrasts there. And you're right, Graham Plattner has shown a very unique ability to weather many of these scandals. And I think many of his supporters in Maine are wary of what could come out next. For example, I was at a veterans town hall a couple of weeks ago with Graham Plattner, and a Vietnam veteran stood up and said, look, you and I both know that there's more coming out here, and the Republican onslaught is going to be just incessant. So I want to know what your plan is for combating all of that. So I think it shows that his supporters, his most passionate supporters, are keenly aware of the dynamics here.
That's a really interesting window, Andrew. The question not being what is coming out, sir, tell us now. It's stuff is going to come out, and how are you going to manage
They want to know.
From a supporter? That's really interesting. It's great to have you. Thanks for jumping on this morning. I really appreciate it.